Another break.
Utilizan las piedras de las ciudades incas, pagábamos cierta cantidad de dinero al gobierno local.
Here now, it's the eyebrow of the jungle, so which in Spanish means the entrance to the jungle area. If we would follow the river band there, after a long hike of 7 to 8 days, we can get to the Amazon. And that river down there, Urubamba, it's one of the longest origins of the longest river of the world. Do you know what river is that?
Amazon.
The Amazon, correct. So this river fits to the Amazon River, which is one of the longest rivers in the world. And the mountain range there, it's part of the Andes as well. The Andean mountain range is the longest mountain range in the world. You know how long the Andes is?
8,000.
7,700 kilometers of extension.
Close enough.
Yeah. So the Inca Empire was expanded along the Andes in 6 countries from the actual South America. Chile, Argentina, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, and also Peru. Machu Picchu, where we are now, is just a small region of the Incan Empire. Machu Picchu was a regional capital of the Incans in this spot. Interesting is that this was the only place that the Spaniards didn't discover. The Spaniards never got here. This was rediscovered recently in 1911. Yeah, correct. Just one side, please. We're gonna let the people pass. Professor got here, got it by one local person. Locals, they knew the site, but they didn't know how important the site was. That's why the American professor Hiram Mingan, he was exploring this valley. Back at that time, the town of Machu Picchu, where you spend the night, most of you spend the night there, right? Didn't even existed back at that time in 1911. That's just a kind of touristic stop now.
Yeah.
Interesting is that this American professor was exploring this valley, and behind this mountain, he met a local farmer. Melchor de Arteaga was the name of that person. By accident, Bingen asked that person if he had seen archaeological sites in this area, and mentioned the name of that mountain as Machu Picchu. For that mountain, there was an Inca city. Bingen, since that, was guided by that local person to the same archaeological site. And nowadays, of course, he gets all the credits like the scientific discovery. So the scientific discovery now, Bingen. World is not even correct to say that he was the discoverer, because locals, they knew Machu Picchu. Some local families were using the terraces of Machu Picchu for farming already. 2 families were using the terraces for farming. They were going their own foot on the same Machu Picchu. Now, Machu Picchu is just a new name. This is something to highlight. Nobody knows the real name of the city. Machu Picchu comes from the name of the mountain after it. That's the real Machu Picchu, which means all mountain in the Quechua language, which was the original language of the Inca Empire. We're gonna let them go right now. Okay, after this, we're gonna go upward. ¿Tienes algo más?
They make sure I hear.
有啊。
So we know that Machu Picchu is being affected by this touristic activity. So we were saying that tourism is good for the local economy, but it's not really good for the preservation of the site. And that's the reason that now there are different circuits, several circuits inside the archaeological site. Before 2019, before 2020, there were no different schedules. There was just one schedule, and you could re-enter with just one ticket as many times as you wanted, but now not anymore. It's just once. It doesn't matter if the day was cloudy, foggy, raining. So that was the only chance that you have. That's the only chance that you can have. Yeah. That's why it's April till September, because half year in this area is rainy, and half year is dry season. And this is the end of the rainy season. That's why we recommend to come in April, for example. But today, this is the perfect day. We couldn't ask us out though for a bit.